Hello everyone, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year, wishing you a prosperous 2025. Now we're looking at understanding numerical Python. Numerical Python is abbreviatedly called NumPy or NumPy. Now what does this do? We use this library in data analysis to analyze numerical data. So once you have numerical data, it's advisable to use NumPy. NumPy loops through a data frame or a table or a database with numerical record. So once your database or your table has numbers, when you use NumPy, it loops through your table faster compared to just using normal mathematical operation and for loop or any form of loop. So when you know you want to loop through a table with numbers, then go for numerical Python. And in numerical Python, we have so many functions. There are mathematical function, statistical function, vector, mathematical function, and so on. So as you go on with me in this video, you will understand better how to use the NumPy library in Python for data analysis. So we are in our Jupyter notebook where we run our Python code. So here we're looking at the NumPy library, which is numerical Python. Now we can see the first comment says basic mathematics functions and defining the matrices. So when you're dealing with NumPy, as I said earlier, you are dealing with numbers, and it's best once you have a data that involves numbers, always take a look at NumPy. So now we are looking at the first variable, A, and we define the array to contain these numbers. And we have the second variable, B, and we define it to have these numbers in it. So we can take this as a row in a table and another row in another table, or as a column in a table and another column in the table. So now we want to manipulate this data. So anytime you want to define an array, you use the keyword array in NumPy. So now here I say we should print out this A and B. Why? Because once we run this code, we are going to see the results of all these functions. So when we see the results, you should be able to compare it with the data that we have, the data that we imputed, which is A and B. So now let's look at some of the mathematical functions that we have in NumPy. We have addition. So when you want to add, you say np.add. So we're going to add A and B. Then we have subtraction, np subtract. We're subtracting A and B. That is, we're subtracting B from A. The same thing too, multiplication, use the keyword multiply. For division, use the keyword divide. And for mode, M-O-D, mode, what is mode? That is if you divide two numbers, the remainder. And we also have remainder here. So we have power. And finally, we have exponential. This is not exhaustive. We have many more mathematical functions in NumPy, but these are the basic and most commonly used. So we're going to run this code to see how the result is. So we have our results below. So we have A and B, which is our original data that we imputed into our program. So when we say A plus B, which is addition, we have 8 plus 4 and we have 12. We have 22 plus 7, we have 29, and so on. The same thing with subtraction. 8 minus 4, we have 4 as a result. 22 minus 7, we have 15 as a result. The same thing applies to multiplication. We have 8 times 4, 8 times 4 gives us 32. And the same thing too, 22 times 7 gives us 154. And so on. The same thing applies to division. We have 8 minus 4, we have 2.0. And 22 divided by 7, 3.14, so on. Then for the mode, we have 8 divided by 4, which is, the remainder is what? 0. And when you divide 22 by 7, the remainder is 1, because you know 7 goes in 22 3 times, remainder 1. The same thing applies to 13 divided by 10, and the answer is 3. It goes there 1 times, remaining 3. And the same thing with remainder 2, is almost like mode. And we have power, raised to power. a raised to power b will give you 4096 and so on. The same thing with exponential too. So these are the basic mathematical function you can use in NumPy. So follow me in another video as you see other functions in NumPy. We have statistical functions and so on. Thank you.